Hey guys, so a couple of weeks ago, I was watching, maybe a month ago, I was watching this thing while I was working from home. It's one of those true crime stories where in the 90s, there was an armed robbery at a drugstore in Mississippi, right? I don't remember the name or details, but I definitely remember this case because I've seen it a lot of times before on these shows. There's a black guy who's serving 20 years in prison for killing killing an old white lady that's in a drugstore. They got shot to death with a shotgun or something like that. It's gruesome crime, right? But as the story unfolded, this guy was the getaway driver. He had like 2 or 3 accomplices that died previously. I think either died in the pursuit of them or died earlier in jail or something like that. So this guy's serving life in jail. I believe he's on the death row or the death penalty. He's serving life or a death penalty. He's serving something extreme in jail for being a getaway driver in a crime where he didn't shoot the person, right? He's being charged as if he shot the person, right? So he's getting the full extent of the law upon him because a woman died during the event of this armed robbery. He didn't shoot the person, right? Eyewitnesses says that. I think there's cameras or whatever, there's footage that shows he didn't shoot the person, but prosecution said you're involved in the case. You're gonna get the full extent of whatever the punishment is for shooting a person during a robbery, right? I've seen this before with when police officers die or security guards die during a robbery, and the getaway driver or someone that didn't shoot the person. And this guy was a kid when it happened. I think he was like 17 or 18, and rightfully so. He should be punished, right? Someone died during this event, right? I don't think he should get the death penalty or life in prison because he didn't pull the trigger, right? But he should serve jail time for whatever happened, right? Police officers die. Anyone that's involved in a robbery or a crime where a police officer dies, you all get the sentence or the punishment for whatever it is whatever punishment goes with killing a police officer. Now, on January 6th, thousands of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol. A police officer died as a result, right? Officer Sicknick died as a result of thousands of people storming the Capitol with intent. It wasn't a guided tour. It wasn't intent to tour it or look around and take pictures and selfies. Intent to kidnap people, the vice president being one, Speaker of the House being another. Kidnap and probably kill and harm, right? That's a fact. That's proven. They broke in to do this. Police officer died, right? Now, I'm finding out in the news they're arresting these Trump people one by one as they fly back home to work and fly back after taking selfies, video footage of them doing this crime, right? They're arresting them one by one, but I'm hearing the sentences. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Adam Johnson that stole the podium, he's getting, I think, a fine or maybe a year in prison or something like that. Very lightweight. The guy that sat in Nancy Pelosi's desk, I'm not sure what he's getting, but maybe nothing more than 10 years or something like that, right? I think they all should get the punishment that goes with killing a police officer during a crime. A crime is being committed, a police officer died, 40 plus police officers, Capitol officers were injured during this thing, and 1 police officer died. 4 other people died. But why isn't everyone getting the full extent of the law, the hammer of the law brought on them for an death of an officer whilst in active duty, whilst preventing the crime, whilst protecting the Capitol building that's full with people having the most important meeting, the vice president, the most important meeting of the century, right? And I'm gonna end it on that. This is what this is a new type of racism that non-white Americans see, right? Where non-white people, and that's everyone, black, Chinese, Asian, Latina, that's the justice we see, but white people, white Americans, they see a different type of justice, right? And all those true crimes, if you go back, Google, YouTube it, you'll see. Whenever you see a guy talking about, I was the getaway driver and I'm serving life in prison and death penalty, it's usually a black guy that was a kid when the crime happened. Sometimes mostly a minor, and they're serving life in prison or death penalty for a police officer dying during a crime that they're present at, right? And that's actually one of my biggest fears, that I would go to a bank or something and some guy, a black person, comes and robs this bank, and I'm running for my life, and the cops arrest me thinking I'm with him. That's something all of us non-white people think about when we go into banks or pharmacies or drugstores or something like that, where we think, oh, a crime might happen, right? That I might get mixed in with someone else and I might get the death penalty or arrested or tased or shot. just running for my life from a crime where another black person, maybe looked like me, is committing that crime. That's my biggest fear. But these guys could walk out the Capitol with podiums and loot phones and computers and different things like that, and just get like a slap on the wrist, right? That's racism, guys. And I want you guys to know that I'm angry about that, and I'm gonna carry my anger probably the rest of my life after what happened on January 6th. And just think about that. Think about people like me that's gonna be angry for the rest of our lives, angry for our kids. So think about that.